And then what is my favorite AM smoothie? My favorite AM smoothie, normally I don't drink a smoothie in the morning, so I usually wait till 10:30. I might have a green juice in the morning. It just depends. Everybody's body's different. I think you should listen to your body, what works well with your body. I usually start eating around 11 a.m. and it just depends on. I might have a protein smoothie. I might have a juice shot. I might have just a organic antioxidant Reds drink mixed in water. I really like nuts and seeds. I might have just a handful of some organic pumpkin seeds or sunflower seeds. What I really love is these Barukas nuts. These are these super nuts from the savannah. Now, they're not certified organic, but they do wild craft these, and there's no spraying, and they're non-GMO, and they're really, really good. They're super nuts. So some of those. I also love pecans. Nuts and seeds really give you that fulfilling feeling during the day, so you're not so hungry. Next question is from Amy. Why do you recommend eating only one kind of fruit after 5 p.m. instead of mixing 2 or 3 fruits together? Good question, Amy. Normally, I have a guide which talks about fruits, and maybe we could post that as well. And it talks about mixing of fruits. So there's 3 different types of fruits. There's acid fruits, there's subacid fruits, and then there's sweet fruits. You can mix your subacid with sweet, and you can mix your subacid with acid, but you can't mix acid with sweet. Now, I know that gets difficult. However, just think about it. If you were in the wild and you were foraging, most likely you're only going to come across one type of fruit at a time. It's just easier for your body to digest. It's easier for your body so you don't have the mixing of the different fruits together at one particular time. So I love watermelon, so I'll eat a big bowl of watermelon. And the next day I might eat 2 or 3 apples, and I like to dip my apples in almond butter. I make my own almond butter, fresh organic almond butter, slice the apples, dip it in there, and sometimes I'll put a little vanilla syrup on there. It's amazing. That's a really good recipe that I like. So there's no hard, fast rule behind that. It's just easier. Remember, we're trying to conserve as much energy as possible. The more energy we conserve, the faster our body's going to heal and the faster we're going to burn weight, faster we're going to burn fat. The next question is gluten-free bread okay during the challenge, and what brands do you recommend? There's different brands out there. I don't eat bread at all, so I don't know what I can recommend on that. That's just going to be up to you. I actually do make my own bread. My wife actually makes bread sometime out of almond flour and different types of exotic flours that she can find. Just make sure that if you are eating bread, if you're making bread, is really not going to be that nutritious for you, to be honest with you. It just clogs up the system, and it's going to require, again, lots of energy to break it down. My recommendation is if you can, try to avoid any type of bread. If you do want to eat some bread, the instructions say just gluten-free, so sure, find some gluten-free bread if that's going to make you happy. The next question is from Chalita. Can you have herbal teas, green teas in the fasting window along with water? And the answer to that is yes. You can have herbal teas. Just try to make sure they're organic. You can have green teas. You can add, I know a lot of people like to add a little unsweetened milk to their tea. Some people like to add a little sweetener to their teas. I like to use monk fruit sweetener. That's what I use as a sweetener. If I'm gonna use that in my tea. I have some lemongrass plants at my house. I love going out there and clipping some fresh lemongrass, coming in, making tea for the whole family for the whole day. It's fresh. It's great. We talked about using some protein powders, and a lot of members are talking about what is the best plant-based vegan protein powders. I have to say that as long as there are a lot of them out there, and I've tried a lot of them, and my recommendation on that is make sure your vegan protein powder is organic, Certified organic, and if it is, it's going to be non-GMO as well. Those are the two criteria that I would recommend the most. I like the Amazing Grass. I like the pure vanilla. I like the chocolate peanut butter flavor. I like Garden of Life's raw organic protein. I kind of make my own protein. Sometimes I'll put some nuts or some seeds in there and blend them up in there as well. I try to only eat one protein shake a day. That's usually sufficient. I think a lot of people, there's a lot of misinformation out there about protein that people say, oh, you need all this protein. Well, you're going to be getting protein on this diet anyway because you're going to be supplementing with soups. You're going to be using legumes. You're going to be black beans. I mean, this is kind of what some of the things that I'm eating. I'm a big soup person. Also, vegetable soups, some quinoa, some organic quinoa, some northern beans, some lentils. I mean, these are kind of the things that I eat during that I'm eating during the 21-day challenge. And sometimes I'll even resort, if I'm traveling or something like that, to bars. I try to get bars with a very, very low or no sugar content in them because we're not going to be eating any sugar. Just making sure they're organic. And usually with the bars, I'll just eat a half of one at a time. So that and a lot of vegetable soups is what I like. And, you know, they're even making gluten-free noodles and pastas now out of rice and even out of navy beans. So you can even get some of that pasta and if you wanted to and make a nice sauce with that, a vegan sauce, and that's a very filling meal that you can eat as well.